Today on the W2 report, we find out why they are pricing us out of the gaming industry in 60 seconds.
This is the W2 report with Sanji Himura. Here's Sanji.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the W2 report. I'm your host, Sanji Himura. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this week's episode, let us first make an announcement. Today we are proud to announce that we are throwing our hats in the ring at Anime North Texas in Irving, Texas on August 1st through 3rd. So if you want to see us perform live in front of you, please stay tuned for more details as they come, because we are going to talk about anime gums and anime gums at Anime North Texas this year. Now, before we proceed any further, let us go over our ground rules. Rule number 1, do not be the dick. Rule number 2, if you have questions, please refer to rule number 1. So, before we get started with today's episode, let us let's travel back in time to December 2023, where there was a rumor that Grand Theft Auto 6 would be priced at $150. Now, if we take a look at the rumor, it's speculated that Grand Theft Auto 6 would cost $150 or more. And the community at the time rightfully being up in arms about it. Now, I personally believe you have to pay something what it's worth. And if you don't believe me, actually take a look at No Man's Sky. But since 2023, revenue in the gaming industry increased in 2024 as a whole, increased to $184 billion. That is a 0.2% increase over 2023. In the console space, revenue dropped by 1% in 2023. Now, who all remembers the Insomniac Games hack from way back then? Chief, now, Insomniac Games was hacked, and they were offered to get their data back at a whopping $2 billion. Now, among the leaks, Sony had an internal presentation that not only Sony is planning on increasing the game's prices again from $70 to $80 to $100, they were also planning on releasing the Spider-Man 3 game in 3 parts for $50 each. That is a whopping $150 total if you want to experience Spider-Man 3. Now, why do I bring up the Insomnia pack again? Well, I kind of hate to say this, but on the one hand, we're going to circle back to GTA 6 in about 20 seconds or so. But GTA 6 has had the console people up in arms. Okay, let me figure this out. March 16th. Rockstar. Here's the big quote right here. I wouldn't put it past Rockstar to be the first developer that charges $100 for its game. Richard E. Lee Bernstein, reporting for the Gaming Bible, says the price of GTA 6 might just be the undoing of gamers who simply can't afford the rising cost of video games. Matt is for real reporting for GamingFragger.com. It may not be official yet, but it's pretty much all but guaranteed. Grand Theft Auto is going to cost at least $80. And here is our main article of the day. Sab Astley reporting for IGN saying, quote, there are rumors that it could be the first ever $100 video game, referring to Grand Theft Auto 6, making it a new watershed moment for the industry. That benchmark could give the industry the, quote, shot in the arm growth that many analysts says it needs. So, with Microsoft raising prices on the Xbox by at least 20%, and games hitting $80 from Microsoft's first-party titles. Now, if you want to breakdown of all of this, here's an image right here for your consumption. The Xbox Series S, the 512 gigabyte model, is facing a 27% price increase. The Xbox Series X, the disc model, is going up 20% from $499 to $599. Sony is not faring much better because they've hiked prices in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK for the second time in 3 years. And they're charging in Europe 500 euros for the PS5 disc edition. In the UK, they're charging £430 for the digital edition. And you can read the rest from there. The price in the wake of the RRP hikes made in 2022, the PS5 is now considerably more expensive in many territories than it was at its launch. Now Nofrendo is going balls deep into price hikes itself. Now, all of the Nofrendo bits from the Switch console itself at $449.99. And if you want a game with it, it's $500. But here is the bit that's really going to set people off. Mario Kart World is going to cost $80 physical and digital. Donkey Kong Bonanza is going $70 physical and digital. Now, we previously touched upon this. What is driving up the will of game prices going up by $20, $30, $40? Where it's perfectly acceptable to charge $100 in the wake of inflation, in the wake of what have you, to charge that much money to begin with? The answer to that question is game journalists and their need to push out the average consumer. Meaning the average consumer cannot consistently afford $80 to $100 games. The average consumer cannot really afford to pay for the marketing of AAA publishers. But why does everything involve around price hikes? I mean, obviously it's not that it's like they want all the money. They act like they want all the money. But it's like, I don't know. But if we really, really want to address why game industry is acting like the way it is, we need to start cleaning house on what game journalists find acceptable in paying MSRP. We need to find an answer as to why game journalists behave the way they do, because they want to push out Joe Schmos like you and me. They want to push out regular people like you and me. And part of that is control. If you control the flow of information, then the game industry as a whole needs a complete reboot. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough. I have been Sanji Himura. Thank you for watching. And if you find this video within the next couple of days, just remember, beware the tax man cometh. I'll see you soon.